Welcome to Sonia Podcast. So I know the early episode we talked about why there wasn't enough black doctors, but someone actually sent me this for Black History. So we're going to talk about a few great black doctors. A former barber from Pennsylvania, Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, became one of the first surgeons in America to perform open heart surgery in 1893. Because black doctors and nurses couldn't get staff jobs at the mostly white hospitals of the time, he created the Providence Hospital and Training School for Nurses in 1891, the first hospital in the nation with a nursing internship program that also has an interracial staff. Hal Williams later went on to co-create the National Medical Association and charter member of the American College of Surgeons. When Dr. Hal Williams performed his open heart surgery, he didn't have the benefit of blood transfusion or store donated blood to help him. The next medical pioneer on our list solved the problem, and he did it at a place where Hal Williams served as a chief surgeon, Freeman, now Howard University Hospital in Washington, D.C. Recognized the father of modern blood bank, Dr. Charles Drew began his work in blood preservation while working as a pathology instructor at Howard University School of Medicine. He later became a Rockefeller Fellow in advanced surgical training at New York Presbyterian Hospital and went on to develop a long-term plasma storage program, which was first utilized during World War I. Our next doctor is Dr. Drew, was the first director of the Red Cross Blood Bank, but left in protest when the organization decided to separate donated blood by race. He died in a car accident at the age of 47. Among the initiative created by the Red Cross Blood Bank is one designed to get more blood people to become blood donors. The idea behind this program, called Joined by Blood, is to help people battling sickle cell anemia get the donated blood they need to survive. Our next doctor is Dr. Marilyn Hughes Gaston. Became interested in sickle cell anemia when she was an intern at the former Philadelphia General Hospital. Her research into the disease led to the practice of nationwide screening in newborns. Dr. Gaston served as Deputy Branch Chief of the National Institute of Health Sickle Cell Disease Branch in 1990. She became the first black woman appointed director of the Health Resources and Service Administration Bureau of Primary Care of Healthcare. Dr. Gaston was also the second black woman to serve as an Assistant Surgeon General and earned the rank of Rear Admiral in the U.S. Public Health Service. The U.S. Public Health Service and the part is played in the lives of children played a big part in the life of the next person on the list, because at one time she was the person in charge of the organization. Although she didn't stay in position long, Dr. Joyce Elders made a gigantic impact as a forceful advocate, especially for women and children. Dr. Elders was appointed the nation's first black doctor and second woman to be Surgeon General of the United States in 1993. After leaving the Surgeon General office, Dr. Elders returned to the University of Arkansas as a faculty researcher and professor of pediatric Indricology at the Alaska Children's Hospital. She also served as head of the Arkansas Children's Hospital. She also served as head of the Arkansas Department of Health and successfully lobbied the Arkansas legislators to add sex education, substance abuse prevention, and self-esteem programs to the state curricula. Dr. Elders was also instrumental in expanding the state prenatal health care program. The COVID-19 vaccination may be considered controversial by some, but among the people who created it was a black woman who could eventually also be known and be responsible for the universal vaccination and fight influenza. Dr. Kismika is currently an assistant professor of Immunology and Infectious Disease of Harvard University T.H. Chan School of Public Health. But what she is best known for is being the lead researcher for the group that created the backbone of what became COVID-19 vaccination while a fellow at the National Institute of Health. Our next doctor trained as a immunologist and working closely with the likes of Dr. Anthony. Dr. Corbett has been working on the development of novel coronavirus vaccinations to keep pandemic like the COVID-19 at bay. She had also spent several years working on a universal influenza vaccination which could save millions of lives. So those were some great doctors. Someone sent me this. Thank you. That's actually black doctors. And I'd like to thank you for listening to Sonia Podcast. Please give it a 5-star review on Speaker, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please share. Call me here at sv766752@gmail.com. You can follow me at son.ia9795 Instagram. Go to my website, http://wordpress.com. Like I said, I sold stuff on my website for Valentine's. I'll be selling other stuff. I'll let you know. Please follow Miss Carr for her morning podcast information. TJVULCIAN. She have a book called Black Girl in Orange. Please follow my son Sounds on Instagram. He have an album out on Apple, Spotify, King's Flex on SoundCloud. Female Reform have a venture store in New York, and y'all have a blessed night.